This
All right, here we go. Ninja Rider.
Completely, and he totally didn't expect that his friend would stop. As it happened,
Okay. Expecting his friend to stop.
Put the others in danger.
Ooh, pay attention up in front. Lost traction on that front tire. Is that a real sleeve? You know? Or is that one of those, you know? Panic brake. This is why we talk to each other on our cardos. There's all these different kinds of cardos that you can have, like the Neo, the Pack Talk Bold, the Edge. There's so many different cardos that you can have. Links in the description for that. But this is why we talk to each other, because we don't want to run into this kind of situation. The buddy up in front could have said, hey, we're all going to stop. Hey, hard stop, hard stop, hard stop. And everyone's just kind of like getting into like different areas. Like one of them's like, I can get right here. Hey, I got a good total stopping distance. Another person's going to be like total stopping distance. Almost like an emergency stop if you're able to communicate that. Especially as a group leader, you got to be a little bit more responsible than that. All right, so we're on a three-wheeler. Oh, whoa, whoa, what's this guy doing? What are you doing? Okay, nice little slow speed. Get those feet up. Oh! Not anticipating that. Are we going to rescue? Okay, he's walking. Oh, look at that parking lot. Too much gravel. I'd clean that up, but that's a great parking lot to practice in. It's a great parking lot. Maybe that's where he was going, to practice the drills that we got here. Everyone's opening it up for him. This is a solid white. That's the shoulder. It's really packed. Lots of people kind of waiting. Truck driver's impatient. What an ass. But this is why we wear gear. You never know. You never know. Oh. That was an impact. That was definitely an impact. Destroyed him. Rescue him. Wonder if he's going. I wonder if that's a bar and he's going to the bar. That's a great parking lot though, right? All right, everybody, we're going to be taking a look at this video. It's going to be kind of a long one. That's what she said. So we're going to kind of watch it, and we're going to do like an assessment on it. So here we go. All right, we're hanging out with our buddies. We talked about this one on Sunday. Oof, there's the crash. A little bit of too much front brake. Weren't paying attention. Nice impact. So let's take a look at mechanism of injury here. Left side, okay? Left knee, left hip, left shoulder, left part of the face. And now we're tumbling all over the place. Hey, that rhymed. How'd you guys like the Snake and Snake 2 drill earlier this week? We're going to be doing the boxer's glove today after this. So make sure you guys stay tuned. So we're going to make sure we rescue our buddies. We're going to talk about that. Okay, there's the rescue card. There's the back side of it. Okay. Well, I don't want to go too much into it. He did have some knee injuries. He did have some issues when it comes to not wanting to get up, but the main focus here is not rescue. The main focus is what are we doing here on the motorcycle. Okay, so rescuing, if you really want to know how to rescue somebody, you can grab yourself a rescue booklet. It's on the store, but it does come with every single one of our rescue packs. So grab a rescue pack. It's going to help out some people. You know, you got the rescue card in there. I'm all blurry right now, but so let's take a look at this one right here. So we're riding with our buddies, okay? Our buddy's up in front. Look at the spacing right now. Look at the spacing. I think he's going to take off, and we're going to try to catch up. Let's take a quick look. Got his foot down. Keep your feet up, guys. So maybe he was just trying to keep up. You know, he was starting to pace or outpace him. We were trying to keep up. Why did we crash? Okay, write in the comments why we crashed. I'm not even going to talk about that. So we're coming up to here, and we didn't even hit the sign yet. We didn't hit the sign yet. So take a look. Write in the comments how this person crashed. You'll get a crisp high five from me. And if there's any mentors in the chat or in the comment section, make sure you guys say good job and congratulate them. Affirm their or validate their response if it's correct. All right, so that's what happened. We crashed right there. Okay, so take a quick look. You know, we're going to plan our ride a little bit. Okay, let's go back over here. We're planning our ride. We're positioning for safety. So we're in a group ride. So let's orient ourselves to the situation. We're in a group ride. We're riding with our buddies. Are we talking on our cardos? You know, we're talking on our Bluetooth systems. It's very important because we need to have communication. Communication is the thing that's going to keep everyone safe. For the most part, it's going to mitigate a lot of issues. A lot of miscommunications cause a lot of crashes. So let's say this was a miscommunication to where the rider that did crash could have just said, hey, I'm not going to keep up with you because the rider in front was communicating we're going at this pace. Okay, does that make sense? Your actions without saying a word communicates something. If you're in the front as a leader and you're over here riding with somebody that's a little bit newer, maybe whatever, and you're like, I'm just going to go ahead and accelerate through here because I'm going to have fun. You're communicating to everybody to keep up. Now, everybody's supposed to ride their own ride, but I'm riding in a group with you. I'm choosing you as the leader. I'm choosing you to trust. So then all I have to do is focus on my ride, and I'm going to keep up. I'm going to slow down, whatever it is that you're doing. I get it. You know, you're going to speed up, whatever. But as a new rider, that's what they're thinking. That's what they're thinking. As experienced riders, like, you know, all of us here at the DDFM crew should know that we ride our own ride, but maybe he doesn't. So as a leader, you're communicating your intentions by speeding up, slowing down, swerving, whatever. That's why we have Cardo Pack Talks, whatever it is you want to use, the Neo, the Edge, Pack Talk Bold, whatever. I don't care. The thing is, we're communicating as the leader in the front saying, hey, I'm going to speed up a little bit. Don't keep up. Or, hey, just don't speed up. Just ride a pace that everyone understands and that already knows, but communicate. So this person right here that's going to crash was communicated to, hey, the group is speeding up. You need to keep up. And what happens is it goes past their skill level. Okay, everyone's responsible for their own safety, but still, you know, as leaders, we have to take a little bit of responsibility here, you know, or at least the responsibility. Let's go ahead and let's take a quick, you know, let's get out of the class. Let's go right here. One of the big things that I'm having an issue with when it comes to people like, oh, responsibility, because I keep hearing, you know, I tell people to take responsibility for your safety. You're responsible for your safety. But everyone's like, well, but they did this, and they're to blame. The car drivers, the leader up front's to blame. I get it. Responsibility does not equal blame. Responsibility does not equal blame at all. Responsibility means that you're making a choice to have some control over something. That's it. The situation you crashed, your responsibility is you're taking control of the situation by you understanding that you crashed. What can you learn from your stuff? Is someone else to blame? Yes. Yes, blame them if you want. You're responsible for you. They're responsible for them. Not a lot of people like to take responsibility. Not a lot of people. So if you can take responsibility, you're already way ahead of it. But when it comes to people like saying, hey, you know, it's not my responsibility that he crashed. Sure, it's not your responsibility. It's your responsibility as a leader to do what leaders are supposed to do. You didn't make him crash, but you also didn't communicate the right stuff. So that's why I'm saying I'm not going to talk about why this guy crashed. I'm going to talk about this leadership thing. I'm going to talk about responsibility. You guys know why he crashed. It was panic braking. Okay, so we're going to practice out in the parking lot. And we're not going to panic brake. We're going to use a little bit of rear brake, and we're going to take responsibility for our training. Let's head out there right now. All right, everybody, we're going to be doing the boxer's glove today. It's a lot like the Snake 2. That first turn around that first cone is really tight. That's what she said. And then we're going to go around all the other cones, kind of like the orbit, and then exit out. Okay, so this is going to teach you the same concept as Snake 2, but on Snake 2, it was just constantly tight turns. This one's a tight turn, then it's going to be wide turn. So I want you to understand in your head that we're going to do something short and tight, and then we're set up for the next turn, which is going to be fun, okay? So here we go. We're going to be short and tight. So once again, going wide. It's the first half of the Snake 2, but now we're like combining the orbit, going all the way around. Now we have to cut back in here, go around this one cone, and exit out, okay? We're going to do it the slower way. And what we're doing here is we're just going to stay more upright using rear brake, okay? So using that rear brake. A little bit of rear brake, going around these turns. This one I can give it a little bit of speed, but you see I'm more upright, so a little bit of rear brake slowing it down around this turn. You see how it's like super simple, easy, and upright through. Now what's the time on that one? 16.7. Now on this one, I'm actually going to give it some speed. Now remember, my goal is not to just give it speed. It's to still do the nice wide turn here, come in around, but then on that roundabout, like the orbit, I'm going to give it a little bit more. But when it comes to getting closer to the turns, I'm still kind of rolling up the throttle just a little bit, or getting my body in a better position, and I'm also looking where I want to go. This first one on the right, go nice and wide, look where I want to go, give it some speed, because I know I'm going to go all the way around. Slow it down a little bit here so I can get around this cone easy. There we go. Yeah, 12.374. So that's the boxer's glove, and the reason, like I said, is that we're going around this first cone super slow, and then we're gonna come around. But then once we do it once, twice, 3 times, let's go ahead and give it 1% more speed. A little bit more look, more body. 1%, 1%, 1%. Just get 1% better every time. See if you can beat 12.37. Put it in the Discord, and I'll see you guys soon. But yeah, I gotta do some packages. Why should we be practicing cone drills? That's gonna be today's little topic. I'm gonna set this right here. I got some stuff I gotta do. First and foremost, you're gonna be improving your own skills. That's kind of the big thing here. You know, we're out in the parking lot practicing our skills, practicing our slow speed maneuvers, and what does that really do? Well, like I said, it improves your skills. And so it's gonna improve your handling skills. That's one of those big things with, obviously, when it comes to a motorcycle. You have to turn, you have to adjust your throttle control, friction zone, all that stuff, but it's not just turning the handlebars. That's easy. Just get on the bike and do this a little bit. It's kind of weird, but you do your thing. But the main thing is getting that head movement going. Head movement going. We did that in the parking lot. We had a lot of fun doing that. The next thing that you're going to be wanting to do, or the next thing that, let me take that back, next thing that you're going to enjoy and the benefit of riding a motorcycle in a parking lot with cone drills is that you're going to be building confidence. So imagine you're out riding, let's just say you're out riding in a neighborhood or out on the street, and you're just not feeling it. It doesn't feel good. It just, I don't know, it feels kind of weird. So you go out in a parking lot and you're like, I wonder how my U-turn's doing. I wonder how my figure eight's doing. I wonder how the lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, the dizzy bike, you know, all these crazy ones that we got in the drills. I wonder how I'm doing. You go out there, man, it's pretty bad. It's like, I don't feel good at all. I feel shaky. I feel uneasy. I feel like I'm just not where I should be. And it's a bad situation. It doesn't feel good. You know, you're starting to lose confidence. And so then when you start getting in, let's say you're doing the lefty-loosey, you're like, I'm really bad with my left-handed U-turns. Okay, so you get in there, you do a nice wide one, do a little bit narrow, and then super narrow. Maybe the super narrow one, the under 20 feet, under 10 feet, you know, it doesn't work very well. So then you just practice and practice and practice. And by the time you get out of it, you're like, man, I can handle this. This is nice. So like you're in a parking lot and cars are all kind of crazy and you're like, I gotta do a U-turn to get back because there's no parking spaces and it's a dead end. Do a nice U-turn, no issues. You're not panicked when you're riding in a parking lot and you're like, I need to turn around, but there's no place for me to turn around. I'm starting to freak out, And you like try to do it, but you're kind of shaky and you go a little bit too wide, you hit a car or you just dump the bike. That's usually what happens. And that's why you want to practice in a parking lot so you gain that confidence and you just feel better about yourself. And so that when you're out in riding, now you have a bigger scope to practice with. In medical field, scope of practice, basically, you don't go past your scope. I'm an EMT, or I was an EMT. I'm not going to do what doctors do, and vice versa. So practice your stuff. Get some confidence. That's going to be a huge one. But number 3, because there's 3 of these that we're going to be talking about. This is the last one, guys. Don't worry about it. Practice your emergency maneuvers. Okay, so we just talked about U-turns. You know, there's the real life application of making sure that we're actually doing what we need to be doing, and we're getting in a parking lot. We're like, oh crap, you know, I can't figure this out, and I don't like the whole situation. Well, the next thing is really you're practicing your emergency swerves and emergency braking and kind of like figuring things out when it comes to something like that, so that when you're out riding and a car comes out, you're also not thinking. You're also like, oh, I know I'm confident in this. I can swerve. I know how to do it. My body naturally knows how to do it. It's going to make it happen. And that's what happens with the Fitz-Posner learning model, is at first you're out thinking. You're just thinking. Right now you're watching this video and you're just thinking. Okay, so you're starting to think, okay, I got to do my U-turns, figure eights, I got to do some emergency swerves and braking. Okay, so you're doing the conceptual phase. And now you got to go practice. So you can't just watch these videos and be like, I'm good. No, you have to go practice, because then when you first practice, you're going to suck. You're going to suck, and that's fine. First time I made these videos, I sucked. First 100 videos, I sucked. First time ever getting on a motorcycle, I sucked. Everything you do at the beginner level, as a beginner, I think that's redundant, you're going to suck, and that's fine. That's the whole point. You're not supposed to be good. You're a beginner. So the more you do, when you practice the good habits, the good things that you're supposed to be doing. So head and eye movement, friction zone, throttle control, handlebar lock, body weight positioning, all those different things. And you practice that and you get better and better and better, it becomes automatic. So if you're practicing your swerves and you're practicing emergency braking in a parking lot or even on a road and you're going like 40 and you do a swerve around a pothole just for fun, you're going to get better and better and better and better. So when it does happen, when your life depends on that training, you're going to actually make it happen. Okay, I got to get this going. I'll see you guys tomorrow. But thank you, Steve, for grabbing a booklet and grabbing some cones. Go ahead and practice yourself. But I'll see you guys around.